Hello everyone, my name is Katy of Greenland Quilter and welcome to the channel. Our guest that we were having tonight canceled because her child was, sounds like he has the stomach virus or something, I don't know. But anyhow, her son or daughter is sick, so she's not going to make it tonight. So we will carry on. And yeah, we'll get on with this. I think Teresa's going to join me soon. So we'll have another partner in crime. Give her a few minutes to get on and everything. So in the meantime, as soon as I get things situated here, trying to get my windows all in a row. So hello, Pat. Hello, Joy. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Donna. Welcome, welcome. Our guest is not going to be here because her child is sick, so we're going to go ahead and get on with this despite the change of plans. So I'm wondering how many, I don't think there's very many in here right now, but hopefully soon. I'm wondering how many has started working on the Raspberry Kisses block. Welcome, Denise. I'm curious to see how many of you have been working on the little blocks. I've got some more done. I'm nowhere near, I'm just like taking my time with them. I discovered that there's a couple things that need to be rectified with the pattern, and I'm gonna talk about that also. So one of the changes I'm making to the pattern itself, because I discovered that when you're trimming your block, if you don't have it sitting on these half triangles are not sitting on the square right, and when you sew them together, you might end up with too narrow of a selvage. So I decided to, instead of making 3-inch squares, I'm making 3 1/4 to give me that little extra quarter leeway so that when I trim, I can still trim it down to 4 1/2, but it won't have it looking all wonky. Hi, Teresa. Welcome aboard.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Saturday.
Yep. Welcome, welcome. So, what I'm going to do is, we're going to work on the little blocks. I'm not sure what you're going to work on today, Teresa.
I'm going to get some more fabric prepped for the dog quilt, art quilt.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just going to start with that and then move around the sewing room and see what needs to be done next.
Okay, good deal. Welcome, Donnell, and welcome, Joy T. And welcome, Denise, if I hadn't already said that already once.
I got to get things organized here.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. I'll be
No
out of the picture for a second.
Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start using the bigger half triangles so that I can trim down, because I really didn't like how a couple of my blocks, it's interesting, but these were fine. But then when I got over here to the greens, these were not laying down right. So I don't know, I must have done something. So I'm going to rip these out and replace them with a little bit bigger of a triangle so I can trim down better. So sometimes trimming down is a good thing if you're trying to make sure you don't have wonky blocks anyway. So
Yeah,
how many? Go ahead, Teresa.
I was just going to say that's not always easy not to end up with non-wonky blocks, you know.
Yeah, especially when it comes to half triangles when you're doing square into squares.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how well you line things up, they still come out wrong sometimes.
Yeah, that working with the biases can be tricky.
Yep. So is anyone in here yet? Those that are in here right now, is anyone working on a raspberry block? the Raspberry Kiss block that I started sewing last weekend? Anyone? Inquiring minds want to know. It's such a cute little block.
It is. I should be doing it. Maybe in a little while.
Yeah. You definitely can use scraps to make this with because the pieces are small enough that you could just about do anything you wanted to do with them. I guess the biggest problem would be what you use for background.
Well, I have a lot of scrap background. White on white.
Mm-hmm. So see, there you go. Problem solved.
So bad. I hardly throw anything away.
Yeah, same here. It's too expensive to throw away. Not when I can turn it into something later.
Yeah, even when it's really teeny scraps, I'm like, oh, I could probably use that in an art quilt. I should save that.
Yeah,
So,
especially with collages.
see, look,
Okay, so what is everybody working on since nobody's answering the first question I answered? What y'all working on? What's your project? Don't forget to share your projects in the Greenland Quilter Facebook group as well. Pictures of your project.
when I was straightening up this area over here where I have all my boutiques and art quilt stuff
Uh-huh.
and putting fabrics in these little tote things,
Yeah.
I have no red pre-prepped. That's the only color, red and pink. I'm like, what the heck? I've done no red or pink. So
Uh-oh.
that's what I'm gonna do. Some red and pinks.
Yep, I hear you on that
I have
one.
a lot of purple. In fact, I had to put the purple in a big one, a big tote.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Kind of.
Hi, Nita. Denise says, I am getting some pillows sewn up and ready to receive stuffing, which I just ordered. Awesome. That's funny. I haven't made any patchwork pillows. Maybe I should think about doing that. I have some random blocks that could be used for such a thing as that. Actually, a really good idea.
Yeah.
What's everyone working on? Donna says Bob and Blossom quilt from the April Sew sampler box. Cool. And Pam says I'm making embroidered quilt labels. Oh, that's really cool. What have you been doing this week, Teresa?
Um, a lot of prepping, like cutting fabric for the next block of the month and um, goofing around with the long arm. I think I got it working, so I loaded a quilt on yesterday. Cross everybody's fingers that the stitches stay good. But it took me like 2 hours at least to load this quilt.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, it's way too big for the frame.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's not my quilt, it's one that somebody sent me, and um, I I told them the size that I can take easily, and they kind of went over that. So it took me a while to get it loaded. Like I said, I can't believe it took me. I was loading it for 2.5 hours. Well, that and ironing it because it was a nightmare.
Oh boy. That sounds like a problem child.
It is going to be a problem child, I think. Well, it's the quilt is 99 by 105.
Oh wow, that is a big quilt.
Yeah, it is a really big quilt. So what I'm going to end up having to do is the borders on the side, I won't be able to do those at all. I'll have to leave those and then flip the whole quilt until I have it turned on the horizon, like a horizontal, and then I'll be able to do the outer borders. So I'm going to have to reload it three times.
Wow. That's going to keep you busy for sure.
Yeah. And I bet it'll probably take me a couple of weeks even to just quilt it,
Yep.
because I only have so much energy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I got my chat up. Yay.
Okay.
Mind if I say hi to everybody?
Yeah. Donnell says she's working on boat boot covers that I'm repairing. Denise says, I made a pillow for myself and then my neighbor wanted one and now he wants a bunch of them because they are so comfortable. He wants to sell them. You should sell them to make the money off of them. And Donna says, on Donnell Citry, I won Fallon's Dancing Stars quilt pattern today. I'm excited to start that. That's awesome.
Oh,
And
cool.
Joy T says, I hadn't been able to work on my WIPs or new projects I've planned, but will soon. And then Joy says, congrats, Donna. I bought that pattern and her lures for it. I just need to get it started. Hello, Terry. Welcome, welcome. Terry, what project are you working on?
Hello, Donnell. Hello, Denise. Hello, Jody. Hi, Nita. Donna. Hello, Pam. Hello, Jody. I think I said that. Okay. Oh, we have. Okay. I don't see Terry.
That was Terry Bishop.
Oh.
She's at the very bottom. She just came in.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Terry. I think my computer's a little slow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, Lisa of Lisa's Quilting Corner. Welcome, welcome. She also says hi to you, Teresa.
Hi, Lisa.
So I'm just going to keep on working on these little blocks and I'll show you when I get them pressed out how they're going to look. I've got a few done already, but they are really cute. I was really hoping we'd have some sewers doing the same pattern, but it doesn't look like anyone's doing it. It's such a cute little quilt. All right, so let me see. What's the next question I want to ask? Oh, wow. What is everybody's favorite quilt block that they love making the most? What's your favorite quilt block? Favorite quilt block?
I don't really have one.
Hello, AS Joe. He says, hello, Katie. Hope you're having a great day today. I'm new to your channel. Welcome, welcome. Denise says, I am retired and don't need anything, but he is younger and he needs a job for when his job hours get cut back next fall, like they always do after the tourist leave. Yep, same problem here. Soon I'll be working and then it'll be mad rush all summer with tourists. And then everybody's gone again in September or October usually. And we're supposed to get like 69 cruise ships this year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a big amount. I think tourism's gonna take off once that Nuke's airport's ready for wide body passenger jet planes.
Oh, I bet.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited about that because that means maybe we'll finally be able to do intercontinental flights instead of me having to go to Denmark and then to the US and just go straight from Greenland to the US. So I am so looking forward to that happening. Or from the US to Canada down to the United States.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, maybe too you'd have more people come visit you.
Yeah, it'll be easier. And our runway from this little town is supposed to be finished in 2026. But they're building a new runway here because we don't have one. And then in Nuke, they widened it and lengthened it to land those big passenger jets. And the runway in Ilulissat has also been in the process of being extended to be longer, so they can land a little bit bigger planes if they want. Because that runway, my goodness, it's a short one. Kind of creeps you out when you look at it. Let me see here. Donna says log cabin is her favorite block. Joy says I don't have a favorite either at this time. Donnell says I
Okay.
don't really have a favorite I can think of. Denise says hex blocks are my fave. Denise says favorite design, but these pillows are plain. Terry says cluck cluck sew pattern called Brightly. I've made 3. Oh, cool. I'll have to check into that one, see what it looks like. If you guys are not subscribed to Teresa Louise's channel, go on over there and subscribe to her channel.
Okay, I had to remove AS Joe's comment.
Uh-oh, another naughty comment.
Yeah. So they'll be in the hidden user list.
Okay.
Another one of those just kind of like last time we were on.
Yeah, maybe it's the same dude.
Could be.
I can't believe they can't behave themselves in a quilting channel.
Yeah.
I don't get that. And I didn't even see it, so
It was really inappropriate.
I can imagine it was if it was anything like the last one.
Because I don't, delete people just for the heck of it.
Oh no. I'm that's why you're my moderator, because I know you'll do what needs to be done, and that's that. So I don't always see the comment. And I definitely didn't see it. Because I was typing a link.
Well, I think you can click on view deleted message, but nobody else can. So
Okay.
only while it's still here. Once it's in the replay, it won't even show up at all. So
Oh, you're right, you can view it.
hey, I got me a bunch of reds and pinks. Good to go. It seemed very bright in here today.
Yeah.
Turn some lights on.
Thank you, Denise. If anyone else hasn't signed up to or sub to Teresa's channel, go show some love and subscribe, please. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe to mine too.
Yes.
Tomorrow, for the paid members, we have a Zoom tomorrow. A 2-hour Zoom.
Yeah, I might be able to come on with you for a little while, but then my live is at 2, so.
Okay. I couldn't remember what time the live is. So now on the next month Sunday, I'll try to fix it where it doesn't run into yours. Okay. All of those. Let's go do the other side of them.
Get my longer ruler.
So let's get this other side done.
Would that mean, since you're getting an airport, would that mean that your mail delivery will be better?
Probably. It should help a lot because that means they can get in on a plane instead of sitting in like Narsar to walk for days because there's not room on a helicopter for it. And I'm thinking that they're going to treat this airport like they do Narsar walks, in that during the spring, summer, fall months, um, we can fly straight from, well, it depends, I guess, on if you want to go to Denmark or not. But if you're, you could straight shoot it on a 737 from that runway up to Denmark. And for those who are going to Denmark, but I'd rather just go straight to the United States. So that means flying to Nuuk. But yeah, it should make the meal better. It should make a lot of things better, I hope. Getting in and out easier, getting things here, and it not taking as long. All right, I got all of those sewn together now. As you've probably noticed, I like to chainsaw when I'm doing the same thing over and over again. And it helps keep me a little more efficient since I'm not a fast sewer.
Hi, Judy.
Okay. Where did I miss here? Hi, Judy. Hey, Joy T. I am subscribed to many channels, but not getting all notifications to them like I used to. You might have to go check your settings or check your email because that's where I noticed that all of my notifications are coming through my email address, not so much on the actual YouTube page itself. Some do, but some doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna go press these. Be right back.
Okey-doke.
So how's everybody's weather today? Tell us what's going on in your area weather-wise. Do you have a beautiful sunshiny day? Or are you having wet weather or cold weather?
We are overcast here. It's cold and it is supposed to rain or snow.
Oh,
Or
wow.
maybe both.
You might get a little of both. Have you started having longer days up there where you're at?
Oh yeah, yeah. Which is really nice, but I wish it would just be a little bit warmer out so I could enjoy going outside.
Yeah. It was weird. It was really warm day before yesterday here. I mean, it was like 45 degrees. And then yesterday it was 33 degrees. Go figure. But yesterday we had a wind, bitter rock yesterday, which is a wind from the north. It's
Yeah.
pretty powerful and it's cold as heck when it comes. So I think it slowed down the lake's thawing out process because today the top of the lake doesn't look as dark as it did, which means all that cold air must have refroze what was thawing out. It's the oddest thing.
Okay. Danielle says it's perfect weather here in Michigan. Good. Harry says it's raining and it's 57. Judy says she's at a car show right now. It's overcast and hoping no rain. Yeah, you don't want to rain at the car show.
Nope, definitely not.
I really miss going to car shows. I used to do that a lot.
Did you know do you know what my first car was?
No.
I had a 1967 Pontiac GTO, and that sucker was loaded. I
Oh, wow.
stayed in trouble with that car. And it was cherry red, so every cop in Columbia County knew who I was.
Right.
Because I was always squealing tires with it and speeding all the time. I had lots of fun in that car.
The car I got to drive around when I was a kid, still living at home, was called a Comet.
What is that kind of car?
It was a cute little car.
It's kind of similar to a Falcon Fairlane, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's just a little medium-sized little car, you know?
Yeah, it's not about the size of like a Ford Mustang, like that,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And then the first car I owned, which would be with my first husband, was a Ford Galaxy 69 Ford Galaxy.
Wow. My mom and dad had a Falcon Fairlane or Fairlane Ford Falcon Fairlane. Yeah, they loved that little car. It wasn't a.
Yeah.
It was like a. I don't know, like the size of a Chevy Nova or something. It was about that size of a car, but it was a 4 door, so you didn't have to climb over the seat to get in the back seat. They used to have a station wagon, but I can't remember what kind of station wagon it was.
Donna Dixon says it's 78 hot, cloudy and rain on the way, very humid. Ugh, I don't like humidity. Hot humidity. No thanks.
Joy, that beeping noise is my iron, and there's nothing I can do about that beeping. Sorry. Short of me turning it off. I don't
And
know
Joe,
what the beeping's about. The user manual's in Danish and I can't read that.
oh, huh.
Kelly says, "Hi, my friends. I was sending a quote to a client, so I'm a bit late. Welcome, welcome, Kelly. Cloudy day today, 24 degrees Celsius and kind of muggy. 24 degrees is warm. Yes, indeed." Pam says, "I drove a Falcon too." Terry says, "My first 73 Ford Pinto Squire station wagon." I remember those.
I used to have one of those little Datsun station wagons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute. And it got super good gas mileage. But it didn't go very fast. And that, you know, if you're just driving around town, I guess it doesn't really matter. But
I laugh now what my dad gave me to drive when I got my license, but had a lot of fun in it. Hey, that's part of it, having a good time when you're young. And I guess you can hear Nora.
yep. Hi, Nora.
Let me go let her in the room with me.
She probably hears you talking and
She does, and that's why now she's talking. It's like,
yeah.
you're talking to me. I want to be part of it. I'm a nosy butt.
Willa does that to me when I first start going live. She'll come over and stand next to me, and it's like she's saying, "Are you talking to me, or did you call me? Here I am."
Come on, Nora.
And then I guess after about 5 minutes or so, she gets kind of used to me just talking, you know.
Yeah.
She goes,
And then
"You're
settles
crazy,
down.
Mom. You're crazy. You're talking to nobody."
Hello, sassy girl. Why don't you get your ball and play with your ball? Hey, get your ball. Nope, she's not. Fine. Don't.
Fine, be a little brat.
Joy T says, "Oh, okay, no problem. I just want to make sure it wasn't a carbon monoxide detector. I don't even have one of those in my house, I don't think. All we have is a fire detector." Okay, so now I'm sewing on another side. And then I'll just trim all the excess off of it later. Just want to get these on here first. Kelly says Ferris sometimes comes to investigate what the strange voices are, but he's used to me listening to lives now. Well, that's cool. She just wants to be the center of attention, I think. Nora. She's such an inquisitive little dog. Always investigating everything. The last 3 or 4 days, I've had to put her on a leash because when I take her outside, she takes off and won't come back. That little Dotson stubborn streak that they all have has shown its ugly little head. So I've been leashing her for the last 4 days so she gets the point of, oh wait, mom doesn't want me going anywhere. Can't have her running off in the dark where I can't see her.
Right.
Because she blends right into the shadows because of being black. Oh, there went a pen on the floor. Joyce says, same here, Kelly. How are you and your family doing?
Kelly also wants to know what you're making.
Me?
Yeah, she said, "What are you making, ladies?"
I am working on those Raspberry Kiss blocks that I started last Saturday for the sew along. And there'll be different colors. So here I'll show you. These are blue. This is a set of two of blue. And this is a type of red. There's two of these. Greens, yellows, oranges, purples, blues. I'm using the whole fat quarter except for the ones that were black and gray. I'm not going to use those because I want to keep this like a rainbow.
It's gonna be pretty.
That's what I'm working on.
And I'm just prepping fabric, different colors for the collage quilts.
Hmm.
That's all I'm doing.
That dog is going to be quite big, huh?
Yeah, the dog is pretty big.
Kelly says, we are good, Joy. Family dinner tonight for my mom's birthday. That was yesterday. Heading over to the parents' place in 90 minutes. Tell her happy birthday for me, says Joy. Yeah, happy birthday to your mom. Those blocks are all cute, Katie. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, this is going to be a fun little quilt top to make. I found a secondary website with this Raspberry Kiss block where somebody made it even smaller than this one, and they used paper piecing to create the block because of it being smaller.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw it. Mm-hmm. That would be just such a cute thing to be doing. Hmm. Hi, Maritza. How are you doing? I am making great progress with all the collab blocks, but I can't show you anything yet. Okay, Kelly. Which collab are you talking about? Do you? Hey, no. Get your ball. Get your ball. Get your ball. Don't you want to play with that? Come on, get it. Get some of that aggression out on that ball. Yeah, lots of aggression on that ball. What collaboration are you talking about, Kelly? Can you hear? She's about it. You know, when I was talking to the breeder when she was first born, she says, this was meant for you. And then she says, you're going to have a very vocal dog. I said, what do you mean? She said, this whole litter was a vocal lot that was born. Every last one of them was noisy, talking and making racket. And she is a very verbal dog. Me and 3 other quilters, round robin sort of community theme. Okay, cool. Hello, around to it. What is your name?
Shirley.
Shirley? Okay.
Yes. Are you still in the hospital, Shirley? Hope you're feeling okay. And that you got to go home.
You've been in the hospital?
Yeah, she's been in the hospital. She has a YouTube channel, but I haven't seen her in a while. I think she hasn't been feeling well,
Okay.
obviously, since she's in the hospital. And she lives up in Canada.
Oh, nice. Is Canada a relatively quiet place to live? Because I never see Canada in the news all that much. Is it a peaceful country where most people get along together and everything? Hi, Mona. How are ya?
Hi, Mona.
Hi, Linda Bedford.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, MSJ. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Miss J.
Let me see if I can post her link because I think I have her on there. Let's see if I do. Yep, there's Kelly's link. And here's Mona's. Y'all go subscribe if you're not subscribed. And here's Teresa's.
Oh, thank you.
Go visit her channel and like and subscribe if you haven't. Let's help the community grow. We have me and Sean are planning something really cool, and the first one, I'll be hosting the first one at the end of June. And what we're going to be doing over the next few months is having a live collaboration with three other, it'll be four of us each time we do the live. So I will be hosting the first one at the end of June, and we'll be doing Luane, Janice, myself, and I'm trying to secure Guys Craft 2 as the fourth one. And then we'll basically be just sewing and chatting and y'all getting to know these smaller channels. And we're just going to keep going. And then the following month, Sean will be bringing on 3 to join him for a sew together. The sew I'm hosting at the end of June, we're going to have a scrap sewing challenge. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to bring our scraps, no pattern, and we're going to sew blocks improv style, which should be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
And we get all these little small, because all of us are small channels, including yourself, Teresa. So maybe if we can get enough of them, people will, be able to, help each other out, grow more. Have you had any new subscribers to your channel recently?
Have I had new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably get like 1 a day or, But then sometimes I lose 2 in a day, just.
Yeah. It's weird how they come and they go.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's YouTube. That's what I tell myself. Oh, YouTube unsubscribed me from that person.
Well, let's hope that's not what they're doing.
Well, I'd rather have it be YouTube than them.
Yeah, you have a point there. That hadn't occurred to me. All right, what's my seam ripper? Oh, I have a movie. I'll get that here.
Of course, I always say I love having people subscribe to my channel, and I just really want it to be the people who really want to be there,
Yep. Don't want people who are not interested.
Yeah.
They need to, signing up is one thing, but if you're not watching, that's not really making the channel grow.
Right.
So
Hi,
look,
Jack.
so what's
Okay.
happened here? See how I caught it got caught in the seam, so I need to take it out right here. Hey, Janice, how are you? I sent you an email. How you doing, Janice? How's things going? YouTube does it all the time. Every time I go to a channel, I check because it happens that much. I don't get unsubscribed from channels. Never have. And I'm on a lot of them between the two browsers platforms I have.
Yeah, it happens to me quite often too. I'll be thinking, boy, I haven't seen this or that person, and I don't know how long. And I go search for them, and sure enough, I'm not subscribed anymore.
I wonder if they do that if you're not watching that channel enough. Maybe that's
Could
the
be.
reason. You're idle too long or something.
And Kelly says Canada is the usual: politicians squabbling, gangs fighting, same as everywhere.
Y'all have gangs in Canada? I never hear about them. Gosh, I couldn't even imagine living somewhere where there was gangs. That's probably why I don't live in a big city. Okay, Janice says she answered me. Thanks for thinking of me. Yeah, we're Janice, what we're going to be doing is hosting small channels so that we can get the word out about all of us little people, and we do collabs between each other. And hopefully that'll help, grow our channels a bit.
Mona said they unsubscribed her from my channel. This was a long time ago, and she watches all the time. Yeah, I think you're there pretty much every live.
That's
Yeah,
so
I don't
weird.
know. That'd be a good question for YouTube to answer.
Yes, it would, especially if they're doing that kind of thing.
Dennis says that's such a great idea.
I agree, Janice. Me and Sean been talking back and forth for the last 3 or 4 months trying to think of a way that we could help um, get the little channels seen more often, because I think that a lot of us small ones don't get thrown into the algorithm higher up like the big channels do. So, and how can you gain watch hours if they don't let, if they don't include the smaller channels in their little, however they determine who sees your stuff or not? I don't know if that just made sense what I said or not.
I understand what you mean.
I've seen some channels, the bigger channels, they're having big explosions of subscriptions, but all of us little people, we're hardly doing anything. Not like the big ones. I mean, somebody just
Well,
hit 1,000, but she was 40,000 like less than a month earlier.
yeah,
And in a month, she moved to 50,000. So why are the big channels getting all of these bumps, but the little ones aren't?
because they get a lot more comments in their comment section and a lot more thumbs up, and that's what gets you in the queue, you know.
Yep. So maybe by doing collabs between us, maybe we can finally break that little cycle and start getting thrown in there too, At least we're hoping that that's what will happen.
Mona said, I had no trouble getting watch hours. I just did lives constantly. Yeah, I remember that, Mona.
My views have been down, but my watch hours have been staying steady. But I would love to see them grow more. Mona says she has no trouble getting watch hours. I just did lives constantly.
Yeah, I just read that one.
Yeah, Mona's one of them. I went to look at your subscriber numbers, and girl, your channel is growing. So what are you doing to make it grow like that? She went from 3,000, she's over 5,000 now. I don't go around looking at them all the time, but I was doing some research trying to figure out something, and I went and looked at the smaller channels, and I was shocked when I came across Mona. I'm like, wait, when did she get to 5,000? Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah. Are you talking about Mona?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she belongs to a lot of YouTube groups that help push your channels out. And it's not necessarily quilting people, you know, or
Oh,
crafty people. And she did a lot of that at the beginning. I don't know if she's doing it that much anymore or not, but she says, I don't know.
what's your watch hour total percentage of watch hours you got right now? If you don't mind sharing. Since you
Me?
have 5,000, no,
Oh,
Mona
no.
says Mona has 5,000 subscribers. What's your watch hours looking like? Mona says, yes, I network with a lot of channels. No, you've already been outside. I know what you're wanting, but it's not time to eat yet.
Is Mona over 10,000?
We're talking about watch hours. Yeah.
Oh, her watch hours are over
Congratulations
10,000.
Wow, that's excellent, Mona.
Yeah, I was doing really good with watch hours, and then when I was gone, it just went kaput. Yeah. So none of that stuff really matters to me, though. I don't sit there and watch it and all that stuff, you know. I just
Well, from
I
what I
just want,
gather, the watch hours are more important than the subscribership is, but I don't know if that's really
yeah,
true.
that's true. Watch hours are more important than the amount of subscribers.
Mona says, I never post links in outside channels unless they offer. Here's a thought. I subscribe to many channels, not only quilting, or maybe I have subscription overload, and that's why I don't get all the note. It could be, but also, Joy, check your email that you're using for that account, because I noticed that all of my notifications of all the channels I'm subscribed to has been coming through my email account, and on my, because I have a Gmail account for this for both of my YouTube accounts, and all of it comes through that particular email account, and it's underneath social media. Not, it doesn't come through the regular everyday kind of email. Apparently Gmail has things set up where certain kinds of emails goes like into promotion, and there's a social media one, and I forget what the other one is. There's 3 sections, and you can find email in all 3 of them. And about to get all the sides on here, the ones I had ready to start today.
Hmm.
Mona says, yes, Denise, I go to a lot of channel lives and get to know people in the community.
Hi, Kelly. Have a good day.
Have a great night. Hi, Debus. How you doing? It's, I don't know if I said hi to you or not. Hi, Laura. Lori, are you leaving? I have a lot of interest besides quilting. I like to watch all things I can no longer do. Laugh out loud. Well, I watched some 4 different homesteader YouTube channels. There's 4 of them I follow. One of them I'm almost done with watching though, because I just don't like his rhetoric. And I also follow some gardening ones, a lot of music. I was watching news, but lately I haven't watched news in months now. I usually follow PBS and the regular NBC, not the MSNBC one. But I'm so saturated with. I'm just, yeah, I don't want to watch it right now because it just ticks me off. And then I watch sometimes I'll watch I like to watch 2 or 3 different movie trailer channels. There's a couple of them that follow Godzilla, so I follow them because they follow Godzilla. So I hear a lot of stuff come. They talk about stuff that you don't normally hear, you know, elsewhere. And a couple science fiction ones.
Exactly, Mona. She says, just be yourself, have fun, and support others.
Yep. Denise says, I am happy with the slow and steady growth, although I must admit that I have a hard time figuring out what makes one video popular and another not. I agree with you on that one, Janice. It's hard to determine why one is pulls a lot of people and the other one it doesn't do anything. There's a lot of competition out there too, though.
Yeah, that is true.
I'll just be happy when I get all the videos I have of Greenland up on the Greenland end of it, so that if something happens to me, my kids have all of that. And the quilting stuff.
I noticed a big difference when you're consistent with the time and day of your videos.
Okay.
So that's why I started going live on Sunday, because I had a lot of people asking me, well, when do you go on? When do you go on? And I used to say, well, just when I feel good, you know. And so then I started trying to do it on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And that's when I noticed a big difference. You know, people show up, people or rewatch the video, you know, that kind of thing. And I know it makes a difference on the people that I watch. If I know, you know, that they're going to have a video on it Thursday at 4 o'clock or whatever, then I always try to be there, you know, even if it's not a live. If I know that they, you know, just even post a video on Tuesdays and Fridays, then, you know, you get used to looking for those and you want to watch them.
Yeah. Let me see here. Denise says, yep, I read that. Okay. Mona says, just be yourself, have fun, support others. Yep. Joyce says, also, I see many podcasters either come on live at the same time, same day, or overlap. So you could be losing some watch hours because it's hard for me to watch everyone sometimes. I want to now. I understand, Joyce. There's always that. It's hard, and it's really, now Sean is working on a database so that he can put up I guess like a map, kind of like when all of us are, you know, what days is our regular lives, and maybe that'll also help viewers out seeing where everybody is on what day and what time, so that they can, you know, spend quality time where they want to, you know.
Right.
But I do think we should help, all of us smaller channels should help each other out by doing things together. That way we can maybe get our viewer numbers up higher while we're doing it and having fun at the same time. It is so warm in this house.
It's cold.
I'm going to have to buy me a fan. I had a fan, but I don't know what happened to it. It just stopped working. And it wasn't even a year old. Something, I don't know, went wrong with it. So right now I'm getting ready to take all of these blocks I've made so far, you know, with the half square or the half triangles on them to make that square and a square. I'm going to press them, and then I will trim them and show the ones I've got done so far, so you guys can see. So I will be right back. Let me go press these out.
Okay. I'll read the comments.
Okay.
Hi, Melissa. She said, I go to YouTube several times a day and hit notify me on anyone who is going live. Awesome. Denise says it might be good to come on after one goes off. Pat Boo says, yes, Teresa, Saturdays are cleaning days for us, but Sunday is my day off. So she gets to watch more live videos, I guess.
Yeah. Sunday is, I might be wrong, but I don't think there's any Sunday slots where I can even squeeze in on.
And Jody says, whoops, lost it. Hold on, Jody. I can tell you why I think that is, but still I will be shunned. No, you won't, because I did say something one time and now I am ignored on that channel, which is okay if that's how it is. Oh, Jody, I'm sorry to hear that.
I would not treat you like that.
And I would never on purpose.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with the chat, and so I miss people sometimes. And I apologize for that, but I don't shun anyone.
What's worse is if you're you talk a lot in the chat and saying hi to everybody and asking questions, and you find out later that two channels devoiced you. You can come and watch the lives, but no one can see you say one word, not one. And I think that's mean.
Yeah.
Especially when you haven't broken rules. But because you talk too much, you get devoiced.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Nope. It's not.
Janice says she's happy with slow and steady growth. Oh, I think we read that one already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've noticed that there's a lot more people going live than there was even a year ago. And so that makes it kind of makes it hard.
Yep, I agree.
I try not to overlap on anybody, but sometimes it's really hard not to because there's just so many people doing it now.
Yep.
Right, Donna. She said, I'm subscribed to so many, I have to pick one and try to watch the replay. Pat, I'm just prepping fabric for the art collages, so I noticed when I was going through everything that I didn't really have much red or pink colors prepared, so just putting fabric on fusible webbing and filling up a little container of the different, colors. Well, this one's pink and reds. That's what I'm doing right now. I seem to get a lot more done if I have things prepped. So like the other day, I just spent all the time that I was up here, which really wasn't that long, cutting up fabric for the next block in a quilt or something like that. And then when I'm ready to I feel like sewing, or if I just want to sew downstairs, I can just grab that block and sew it up, or take it downstairs and sew down there. Been seems a little more handy. Because cutting fabric is not really, you would think it would be, but not really one of my favorite things to do. I don't mind ironing. I like to iron. I like to sew and make the blocks, but they should just come all cut up for me already.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, Jody says, and if I see a channel not moving, I think she's talking about a chat, I talk more. Maybe I should just sit back and keep quiet. I don't know.
No, talk.
Don't do that. That's why we ask questions, is because if we don't see the chat moving, then, you know, ask a question so we can get people talking. Because we need things to talk about. And if you guys aren't saying something in the chat once in a while, then I don't know about Katie, but I kind of like, okay, what do I talk about now? You know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why we try to keep talking.
So I need that inspiration from the chat.
Yes, definitely. And it helps with our channel analytics, believe it or not, because they even track how your channel is moving while you're on a live to see if it's progressing how it should.
Right.
And so that's part of it also, is how is the viewers participating in the channel. So we love it when y'all talk. Talk, talk, talk. That's what we want. Right, Teresa?
Yep.
We need it.
And you know, when I go to other people's lives, and I talk in the chat, I'm genuinely, I'm really wanted to visit with the people in the chat too, you know,
Yep.
say hi to everybody, because I recognize so many names. You know, I want to say hi to people, ask how they're doing, that kind of thing.
Exactly. I mean, you can, there's lurking and then there's not, and a lot of people do lurk, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
it would be more fun if we were all talking to each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just sit back and listen, and that's okay, you know. Sometimes I do that too, especially if the person in the video is teaching something at the moment, and I don't want to interrupt the chat by saying hello and all that. I'll wait till there's a break, and then I'll come in and say, hello, everyone, or, you know, that kind of thing.
That's the way to handle it. Because if it was like just a regular channel where you didn't have video and stuff, the only way to communicate would be by typing. So this is why we all try to talk while we're in the chat, because it helps. You get more participation from people when you do that, as the versus if you just didn't say anything. I know that sometimes you might not have anything to talk about.
Yeah, sometimes I make a list.
Yeah, I've been doing that also, to try to come up with subjects that we can talk about, just to keep people active and participating. I'm almost done trimming, you guys. I've got 2 more to trim and then I'll show them to you.
I make a list of things. Oh, I want to tell people this or that, or, you know,
Yep.
because I forget a lot of what I planned on talking about. If I don't write it down, then. I think I'm just about done with pinks and reds.
Did you locate some red?
What?
I said, so you got yourself some reds cut now?
Yep, got some red done up.
Because yesterday when we were talking, you mentioned that you realized you didn't have any red.
Hi, Jacqueline. How are you doing?
Hi, Jacqueline. Trimming blocks right this minute, so I'll be turned around here in a minute.
Terry says, my husband would love a D voice button.
Hey, what?
A D voice button.
Did he tell you you talk too much?
Denise says, it takes time to get to know a few people here and there. Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Donna says, I like box openings and happy mail. Me too, Donna. And I know there's some people that just can't stand those, but I love watching the box openings. It's fun.
I just haven't had any lately because I don't mail.
And I like seeing what people buy fabric wise. You know, I like looking at the fabric.
Yep.
You know what, Melissa? I just do your own thing. Because I'll tell you, people learn differently. So I guess you have to decide if you're going to be like a channel that does tutorials or if you're just going to do like a sewing, quilting vlog where you're just visiting. That's kind of what mine are. But I do throw in tips and this and that, some tutorials now and then. But so just kind of decide what kind of channel you're going to be and then go with that. And like there are quite a few sewing channels that I watch that are vlog type. So what I mean is the person is talking, they talk about themselves, they talk about what they did that week, they talk about what they sewed that week, what, you know, that kind of stuff. And you kind of get to know that person more. I would say those are the kind of videos I enjoy watching the most. I don't watch any videos that are just the person's hands at all. For some reason, I just don't like those kind of videos. You know, you never see the person's face at all. All you do is see their hands. That's not for me. But some people like that. So
Hey, Jacqueline, if you're having that trouble, go ahead and unthread your machine completely. Take your bobbin out, change your needle, clean your machine, and then re-thread it and put bobbin in and see what happens. And while we're waiting on her to say something, here's one finished. And then there's yellow. This color green. So I'm making 2 of each of these colors. There's 2 of this dark green. And then 2 of these. 2 of these. That's a dark blue. So right now I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 12 of these made so far.
Awesome.
I have some that I have to rip the triangles off and start again because they didn't lay right. Which is what I'm going to be doing with the seam ripper. And I'm going to bring a light where I can see what I'm doing. And I am in serious need of a garbage can over here. Okay. Sylvia says, nice, Katie. Donna says, those are cute blocks. Linda says, variety. Not everyone likes the same thing, and no one likes the same thing all the time. Box openings, fabric, quilt shows, tutorials, bag making, paper piecing, people like to learn. There are a couple embroidery channels that I enjoy hands only, but mostly I do like the general bloggers and the sit and sew. Nice, Katie. I like they are all different colors. Yep, we're going to have lots of colors in this. It's going to be a rainbow of fun. Let's see what kind of disaster I can create by living a lie. All right. Okay. I can't afford to buy from So Yeah anymore, Pat Boo, so that's why I don't go to the lives anymore. Just every now and then I check in. Shipping's too expensive from them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So it's Fat Quarter Shop with 3-star and Cotton Cuts that I buy from. Sometimes some shabby fabrics. But it's mostly Missouri Star and Fat Quarter Shop. Because their shipping is really good. So right now I am ripping some triangles off of my squares because I couldn't trim them, and that's why I decided to go with a 1/4 of an inch bigger triangle. That way this doesn't happen because this is not good. Should not be. So if you are I'll make a post about this, what I'm learning about the pattern in my community tab and also over on my Facebook group. That way, if there is someone making them, you'll be aware that you should make your half triangles a 1/4 inch bigger. And then you just trim down after you've sewn them onto the square.
That's funny, Jody. I do that sometimes too. She watches the guys that do the free lawn care.
Yep, I've done that. There's something satisfying about a weed eater, the sound of a weed eater in the lawnmower cutting grass.
Yeah.
Or watching somebody use a big, huge, I don't know what you call a bandsaw, I guess that's what that is, where they cut logs with it and they make planks. That's satisfying too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
there's a couple channels that pick up trees that's been knocked down by weather, or someone had to cut the tree down because it was too close to their house. And they'll go and pick up all the, they'll pick up those big logs and bring them back to their shop and turn them into wood instead of the tree just sitting out in the yard rotting. And some of them, I just can't get over how beautiful they are when they first cut them in the wood that it exposes when they're cutting them. It's pretty darn amazing, especially when it comes to oak and hickory. Okay. Sylvia says, so yeah, makes me anxious. Pat says she buys from many places. How is your quilt coming along? Jacqueline, which one? So yeah, it's addicting, burns up my credit card. I love to limit going there. Yeah, I just stopped spending money because I don't have nowhere to send it. Let me see. Janice, Joy T says, Denise, me too. So yeah, laugh out loud. I love watching Soft Squares on Monday nights at 7 p.m. She has such good sales. I don't know who that is. I need intervention. Melissa says, mine too, at Linda Bedford. Denise says, I'm not buying any fabric notions or patterns for the month of May, my birthday challenge. Ooh, what a great challenge. Linda says, I fall asleep watching the grass cutting. Melissa says, nice challenge, Denise. Joy says, laugh out loud. I have my favorites. Cut, CT mowing, and blessing boys. And Linda says, yesterday I watched tornado chases for hours. They were filming the twisters in Northeast or Nebraska and Oklahoma. Yep, I've been watching them too. They get some phenomenal tornado action. I still think a hurricane's much prettier than a tornado, though. There's just something powerful about a hurricane. Nature could create such beautiful things that can turn around and destroy everything in its path.
Yeah, Mother Nature.
Yep.
Watch out for her.
I have this saying about tornadoes and hurricanes. Tornadoes are when Mother Nature is really pissed off and wants to clean house right now. And hurricanes are when Mother Nature's like, let's go make a little bit of a mess for days on end just because I can. I've lived most of my life in Florida, and we've experienced tropical storms, but no hurricane. A full-fledged nasty Cat 3 hurricane. They usually make landfall south of us or north of us or west of us, and we've just gotten the rain from it. There might be some northern lights tonight. I'm going to be checking. We had some a couple nights ago. I could when I looked out when I was out taking the dogs for the last potty patrol. I'm like, what? I thought first it was clouds, really thin clouds like fog clouds. Then I got to looking. I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like northern lights. So I went and got my camera to take some pictures to see if it picked it up because my naked eye was not exactly focused in on it properly. Trying to find out, it was purple northern lights going on in the sky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was totally shocked. I'm like, wow, check that out. I haven't posted this last set of pictures yet that I got the other day. We had quite a bit of activity since September. The sun has been busy sending lots of CMEs towards Earth. I'm surprised you haven't seen any up your way, Teresa, since you're so far north.
Seen any what?
I'm surprised you haven't seen any when the CMEs are releasing, because a lot of the northern United States has been getting northern lights because of the CMEs.
Oh, well, maybe I had to look outside at night.
Well, because you live in a pretty rural area, right?
Oh, yeah, way up in the mountains, pine
You
trees.
should, then you should be able to get a really good view if there happen to be available there.
Yeah, maybe. I know I can see the stars are out outstanding.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hate living out blocks. All right, let's see.
Donna said when she was born, the hurricane's name was Donna.
Janice says, I've lived through so many hurricanes in Jamaica. Scary stuff, flooding, buildings damaged, trees down. Yeah, I know. It's very scary. We get them here about once every 5 years for a big one. Denise says, we are overdue. Oh my God, Linda, it tore up my Jersey Shore, didn't it? And Janice says, I would love to see Northern Lights in person one day. Yeah, you should put that on your bucket list. Denise says, Joy, Ryan Hall follows storm patterns across the U.S. Donna says, when I was born, the hurricane name was Donna. Okay. Linda says, yes, Denise, hurricanes are very scary. I live in a town right on the Delaware River, and the flooding is nothing to joke about. Denise says, I saw the Northern Lights as a child. They were orange. Cool. Denise says, what state or country do you live in? Joyce T is asking that. Hey, Linda. Good evening. She says, good evening to you and me, Teresa. Making eggplant parmesan for dinner, so I will watch while I eat. Hot here in Florida and dry. We need some rain. And Janice says, or Janice says, I live in North Carolina. Denise says, my dad came home from night shift and woke us kids up and brought us outside to see Northern Lights. Melissa says, my son's in Michigan, close to the border, and saw the lights last year. Pat says, same here, Teresa. Beautiful night skies. Joy says, hi, Irish. Eggplant Farm is one of my favorites. And Denise says, I had to evacuate for a Hurricane Harvey. I remember that hurricane. That one dumped lots of rain. That was 2016. Are you in North Carolina as well, Joy T? This one's got all of them off now. Looks like two more to go. All four of them were messed up. Are y'all liking where I put the camera at? Do you like that spot better? Denise says I'm in Durham.
Be right back.
Okay. I have relatives in Indian Trail. I don't like it here too hot for too long during the year and too dangerous. You mean Florida, Joytine? Well, it's not dangerous to live in. Not usually. Unless you live down there in the favorite spots where hurricanes tend to go in. I evacuated because they said a 12-foot tidal was headed for my beach that I'm looking at, but it did not happen. Hurricane veered north and wiped out Rockport instead. Yep. Just takes a slight steering change for that to happen. Or a high pressure comes zipping in somewhere and re-steer it in a different direction. It's all about what's going on above the hurricane. That and warm water. I almost got this block ripped apart. How about that? Then I can cut some new triangles and we can go ahead and get these done too. Someone asked me how my quilt was coming along, and I asked which one you were talking about. Did you ever answer that question?
What?
Someone asked me how the quilt is coming along I'm working on, and I asked which one, but I don't know if the person answered back which one.
Oh,
Was
I
talking
didn't.
about the one I'm working on right now.
I didn't see it if they did.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Gulf of Mexico is like a bowl of soup.
Yep. Sylvia, my daughter was on the USS George Washington when the tsunami hit Japan after that big earthquake. They were stationed up there when it happened. They had to move all of the big ships out to sea so that they wouldn't get in the way of the tsunami.
Um, Jacqueline says the one with the kisses.
Yep, that's the one I'm working on right now. It's coming along. I have about 14 blocks done now. Is anyone that's in here now doing it that wasn't in here earlier when I asked that question? I was hoping to see someone sewing it. But anyway, I'm ripping out triangles off of 4 blocks because I have to redo them. I might have miscut the triangles, the reason that happened. So that's what I'm doing right now, is ripping the seams out. And then I'll come back and put new triangles on.
Melissa wants to know which pattern is it.
Raspberry Kisses is the name of it. And here is where you can download it for, or what you'll have to do when you go there is it's a tutorial. And you can tell your whatever, I don't know what you're using, but if you're on a computer, you can right click it and click print and then tell it to save it as a PDF file. And then if you scroll through when it shows the PDF part of it, before you save it, you can scroll to find out what the last page is before it starts all the comments from followers. And you can tell it just PDF the tutorial part without the rest of it, if that just makes sense. Maybe I should show you guys. How about that? What do you think about that? Showing. I can share the screen and show them how to do it. Hang on a second. Let me go find it first.
Sylvia says, I'm setting it up to, for October to do between block of the month that she signed up.
Okay. Okay. You mean you can't be found?
Jody wants to move back to Jersey Shore. All right.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see how to do this because I'm going to take you to that webpage.
Okay.
So share screen. Share. No, this. Okay. So this is what the screen looks like. And it's a long tutorial. So what you can do, or this is what I do. I right click, then I click print. And then you get the screen comes up, which I've already got it set as a PDF because I was making a PDF of something else. So if you scroll down here, you can see it basically where keep scrolling. So you would go all the way to page 19, and then you click over here on pages and click custom, and then you tell it 1 through 19, and it only picks up those pages. See, I'll show you what I mean. No more of the gibberish below that, okay? And then you click save. And then it's got a name on it, and I'm going to put it in my download or my documents folder. And you see it says Raspberry Kiss Block Tutorial, and now it's in PDF file, and you click save. And then if you want to print it, you would go to your PDF. No, that's not it. Anyway, go to your wherever you downloaded it at. I want to show you something else so that you can save on paper. Oh. Can y'all see this? What I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Denise says, that's a nice looking seam ripper there. Stitch ripper, Katie.
Oh, thank you. It's by Alex Anderson. Where did that folder go?
Pat Boo says, I don't have a computer. I will do an EPP plus quilt. I love hand stitching.
Okay, so this is the Anyway, this is what it looks like. But if you go over here, let me move this window, and you click on your print after it's a PDF, you can go down here where it says more settings, and you can tell it it doesn't show up on this one. That's interesting. Anyway, on your whatever your printer settings are, you should be able to tell it to print front and back, and that'll save you paper, because that's what I did with it. Just print it front and back. Okay, that's gone.
Terry Bishop, my dog is Border Collie and Australian Shepherd, not Shepherd, mix. A lot of people think because of the black and white, the way she looks, they think she's a part Dalmatian, but she's not.
Dalmatians is something you don't see much of. I hear they're a pretty high drive dog, like a German Shepherd is.
I like mixed breed dogs. They just seem to be healthier.
The only reason,
Plus, those are the ones that are always in the pound. Well, I shouldn't say it's just them. I've seen a lot of purebred dogs in the pound too.
German Shepherd's one of them you see a lot
Yeah.
of off pounds.
And German Shepherds have a lot of hip problems, you know.
Depends on where you get your dog from.
We had German Shepherds when I was a kid.
I
Growing up.
only had one dog that when he turned 2, one day I walked out the door and he couldn't stand up, and I took him to the vet. And he was a pure breed. He'd come from Michigan, I think, where I got him from. He was such a sweet dog too, man. And the doctor did the X-rays on his elbows and his hips, and he says, "How old did you say this dog was?" 2. Oh, so you were just getting ready to have him X-rayed anyway? I'm like, yep. He says, I have the sad task of telling you that this dog has advanced dysplasia in all 4 places. And there's nothing we can do short of surgery, and surgery is asked for. And he was right. We're talking about thousands of dollars of surgery to deal with dysplasia. And I did the right thing by letting him go, because he would have suffered. And I just can't stand to make a dog suffer. Coda's only showing weirdness in his hips because he's old. But I don't necessarily think it's dysplasia. I just think it's from being an super active dog. And his parents were OFA, so there's no reason to have that in his bloodline. It does show up though, even if they are OFA. Every now and then. But he came from the Czech Republic, so I don't think that there's any dogs over there that are showing signs of that. You never know what you're getting with a mixed breed. I had a mixed breed. She was Collie, Shepherd, and Chow. She was a good medium-sized dog. I mean, she was great on most things, but she was also a scaredy cat. And we got her when she was a puppy, so there was no reason for her to be scared of anything. Something in her DNA, I guess. And Chows are short-tempered anyway.
Yeah.
Collies are intelligent.
Yeah. Willa's pretty smart. Too smart for her own good sometimes.
I was just talking to somebody the other day about Nora, because she's a Dachshund and she's super smart. And we have a gate up across our foyer. So at nighttime, they stay in the foyer. They're not, mainly her. I'm not so worried about him wandering around the house, but it's her. So she gets into everything because she gets bored easy. And I kept hearing her pushing on that gate because you can fasten the gate without locking the magnet part of it. She's been watching me opening and closing that gate now for a month. Do you know she got that gate open yesterday?
Oh, yeah?
She did. She figured out how to push it just right when it's not fastened on the top to make it come open. So from now on, I have to close the magnet or she'll be taking her butt out of it. Pekingese Chihuahua mix. I bet that's an interesting mix.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's cut some more triangles now that I got these all seam ripped. And what time is it?
About 10
it's about to be, looks like it's about to be 9 o'clock here. Does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask about the Raspberry Kids? Please put it in the channel and I'll answer the questions. Ask your questions or forever hold cooking.
Yes, dogs are expensive. We had 2 dogs that females that were diabetic at at the same time, and boy, that was expensive and nerve-wracking because I had to learn how to give shots, test their blood. It was pretty scary having dogs that are diabetic. Anything goes wrong, you're just blaming yourself.
Alrighty, now we can start sewing these on. Teresa, are you ready to stop soon?
Yeah, anytime.
Okay, because we're about to hit that second hour, and I think I want to stop at the second hour instead of carrying on. So, I will share a little bit of information with you guys, and then we're going to call it.
Okay.
Let me pull the window up here so I can see what I got to look at. So my schedule for next week is going to be a little bit crazy. Crazy. What is the rest of my... Uh-oh. Looks like I lost part of my screen. Oops. I must have accidentally closed it. Hang on a minute, you guys. I have to open something back up so I can see. Okay, now I can see. All right. So next week, just for your edification, today was supposed to be Cherise, but Cherise had her child was sick, so she's had to postpone. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock Greenland time, which is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, those that are members of the channel can attend an open Zoom, and we're just going to sew it at whatever we want, whatever you want to bring to the Zoom, that's what you bring. We're not going to have a set pattern. And then Tuesday, we are having a live with Liana of Pastry Queen. Wednesday, I am doing a pre-recorded podcast interview with Mary of Joyful Mary Quilting. And then I'll let you know when we have the premiere for that interview. Thursday, May the 9th, right now it's just me sewing unless I get someone to join me. May the 11th, which is on a Saturday, a week from today, Becca's coming to sew with me. May the 14th, I have another podcast interview with Rachel of Rachel Stitches, and I will notify you of when that will go live as a premiere. May the 16th, we will be sewing and talking to Russ of Quilt Meets World. May the 18th, so far that's just me. I don't know who's going to join me yet. May the 21st is a podcast with Brenda of what's it called? Something Mount Scrapmore. What's her channel name?
Conquering Mount Scrapmore.
Yeah. So that's Brenda that's going to be joining me May the 21st. I'll be doing an interview with her. May the 23rd, I'll be sewing together with Stephanie Harris of Memoirs of a Long Arm. 25th, I don't know who I'm sewing with yet. 29th, I'm sewing with Mary of Joyful Mary Quilting. That will be the other part of our doing something together. And then May the 30th, we'll be sewing with Jamie of the Quilting Compound. And then, yeah, that's as far as we're going as far as the month of May. So we have lots of little things going on that I get to share with all of y'all. So what do y'all think about that?
Awesome. I thought I was sewing with you on the 9th.
The 9th?
Yeah. Isn't that what you asked?
Yeah, I asked you. I just didn't know if you were for sure yet. So Teresa's sewing with me on the 9th. Anyone have any questions they want to ask? Do you know what you're going to sew on when you come?
I don't know. What are you sewing?
I'm probably going to work on either some more of the Raspberry Kisses, or I might work, maybe I'll do some Raspberry Kisses and some of one of my PMQs probably. But I also have this quilt over here I need to finish. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me take the power cord off this camera. I need to finish this. This is that Stronger Together. I just need to get the borders around it, or the square borders that goes around it, and then it'll be finished.
Awesome.
Okay, yes, dachshunds are great guard dogs. You're right about that. Thank you, Melissa, for joining. Melissa, let me post the email to our Greenland channel. I need you to email me so I can send you a Zoom link for tomorrow. Email. So please email me at this. Let's see if it's going to show first.
Yeah, and that's a private Zoom. It will not be a live video on YouTube. So.
It's not live. This is going to be private with just us sewing together. So email me at living.greenland2011@gmail.com, and I will see about getting you a link since you just joined as a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Anyone else want to ask any questions or have anything they want to talk about before I tell everybody bye? And I'll go ahead and get you on the books for the 9th too, Teresa.
Okie doke.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Make sure to live, laugh, love, dream, and create. Bye.
Okay. Quilt on. Bye, everyone.
Now it's finding the screen. Oh, there it is.
Now I think